Coach Bryan Brown with us here, and we'll go ahead and Cameron, you can start it, and you can keep rolling through your questions until we hear otherwise.
All right, so Brian, obviously, Cameron from the Courier Journal. Obviously, big day for you guys Friday against Syracuse. Um, it seemed like you guys have been trending, maybe not to a shutout, but improvement wise, really since that Georgia Tech game, or since the Notre Dame game. Just what do you think has been working well for you as you guys have improved over those weeks?
I think the main thing is this, Cameron. The guys' attention to detail and focus. And they got that itch about them, that chip on their shoulder again, to where they want to prove something that they can be a really good defense and a really good team overall in general. I think that's been one of the main things: the focus and the attention to detail. And then just they've been playing with a lot of passion, man. Since that Georgia Tech game, and so I say attention to detail, the passion for the game, and just executing. And when the guys are executing at a high level, you get the results that you get from a Notre Dame, 12 points to a Florida State 14 points, and then this last game when we have all of the guys, it was 0. So I think the attention to detail, the passion, and the focus with the execution has been one of the biggest things for sure.
I remember after the Georgia Tech game, you had said that next Tuesday you guys had implemented a lot of tackling, live tackling. I think as you've gone on this season, the tackling has gotten better. Are you guys still doing that on Tuesdays, and you feel like that's helped a lot?
Well, we did it for 3 straight weeks, and then once COVID hit us, after the Virginia Tech week, we stopped just because of bodies, just making sure that we, didn't get anybody hurt or anything like that, and just wanted to, get through practice and make sure the guys were able to, know what they had, especially a lot of young guys that had to play a lot of snaps for us when we had all those, starters out. So we stopped, and then, so we haven't went back to it. I think now the guys understand the intensity that we will want to have at practice. That we don't have to do that, so much. So, I mean, because we only tackled twice throughout fall camp, and then you're tackling on game day. And normally during fall camp, you probably tackle a whole lot more, but with the COVID deal, trying to, keep space from each and everybody, I think that kind of hurt us a little bit. But the guys have, responded well with not tackling, the last 2 weeks and just getting after it in practice. And we had our best practice week to date since we've been here.
And then I've only got two other things for you. I think something else that has improved secondary-wise. Obviously, Trey's really stood out. But, I mean, I think Chandler's played well. Marlon had a big day against Virginia. When your secondary is playing as well as it is, how much does that help even the linebackers and even the front seven or the defensive line, even when you had guys out?
Man, I think it pays dividends, man, when your secondary is playing, especially in the league, where we have a lot of teams that love to pass the football, and then now you're able to load up the box a little bit more because you can rely on your cover guys to cover, and they're doing a good job right now and understanding formation, understanding keys, and just doing their job, and that allows some of the front guys to be able to get a little pressure on him where he has to throw it away. As well as, get a couple of sacks as we did on Friday. So it's a great sight to see, the guys, playing well and being where they're supposed to be. And knock on wood, we haven't had many busts in coverage to where we're turning guys loose. And I think that's a big key too, when you're not allowing big plays and easy plays to where offense can score or get a big chunk of yardage. It allows those guys in the secondary and your defense to be a little bit better than normal, but not giving up a lot of big plays. So I'm enjoying seeing these guys play well and play fast and play hard and making plays. So now we just got to get more picks, and now we'll be playing really, really well as opposed to being like some volleyball players being, setting up for a kill shot,
Well, I guess lastly for you, Goldwire stepped up in that span as well. I mean, you have a nose tackle who takes up so much space. How much does that set things up for you guys up front as well?
In his defense, man, you got to have a nose that plays with a reckless, abandonment to where, he plays fast. He plays really, really physical, and that demands double teams, because if you don't demand a double team, then you should kick butt in this defense if they want to block you one-on-one with their center. And if you got a nose like Gold that's going to command double teams, and he's still able to split them, that allows your backers, and your second level defenders to fit their gaps really easily, as well as fast as well. They can get downhill and play ball. And when you have a nose like Gold, man, it makes your defense so much better. The anchors of this defense is nose. You got to have a pass rushers outside. You got to have inside backers that can run. You got to have safeties that can cover as well as tackle in space and get us in the checks. And you got to have those guys on the outside. You better be able to cover. And that's one thing we're doing so far. And the games that we play really well, we're doing that exceptionally well.
Matt, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, this is Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. Comparatively speaking, at least from an offensive identity standpoint, over the last few years, this is a slightly different Boston College team than what we're used to. They don't run the ball as much and as effectively. They're primarily led by a Notre Dame transfer QB, Phil Jurkovich. What do you see when you watch him play, and how does this new Boston College passing attack compare? Like, how do you deal with that as opposed to just facing a team that just runs it down your throat more often than not?
Well, they've done a great job schematically, with this group. You're exactly right. They're not the lineup in 13 and 12 and just, try to smash it down your throat, with A.J. Dillon, what they had last year. So one thing they're doing is still getting in some of those big packages and making you honest and running the football for sure. But they're doing a good job of all the play actions and your boots and nakeds and things of that nature to where they make you honest. They make you play the run as well, but they're going to throw the football as well. So I think they're doing a great job of mixing it up and, giving you different formations, but doing a lot of the same stuff just out of different formations and different looks. And they're keeping it simple for him, giving him reads to where he can go 1, 2, 3. He knows where the guys are. And he's throwing it on time. And I think the one thing he does well is when he's outside of the pocket, he's playing backyard football. He's pointing to guys, telling them where to go, and he's hitting them, and I think that's one of his strong points. So we got to do a great job of keeping him in the pocket, making him feel uncomfortable and seeing where we are, at the end of the day.
All right. Anybody else got anything for Coach Brown? All right, Coach, we appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. Everybody must be ready for Thanksgiving, man. It's a little quick today. Hey, y'all have a good one, man. Be safe out there, okay?
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.